DJ Star.
I take you out like a dinner date. Fuck boy, you been a fake, you been afraid of my niggas, man. Anyway, my niggas straight, so that mean my business straight, my bitches straight. Benji Banks, your bitches stay on my Twitter page. I'm about to shit.
Just said the team shit.
Oh, my bad.
I know niggas that'll spray your car.
Haven't said the team shit,
Know that I wasn't going with them this week. Why are we doing another recap?
I'm gonna go with Valley, just the fact you going to get. I'm going with Valley. I hope they see it.
I actually chose that because
Zoe picked Valley too. Come on now.
hey, but don't wait till the last minute to try to fight that and come back and win. You can't do that. If Valley get up on Bethune, it's over. It's a wrap.
Now, I'm not going to lie to you. This past Saturday,
Hold on, Mo, you went to the game?
I was on campus. I ain't going in there, but I was on campus.
But did you go to the game? Did you actually see the team? That's what I want to know.
I could see, yeah.
Okay, so tell me, how did Valley look? Like if they was playing Bethune this week, how did?
His computer. He just got too many toys. One black Jackson. I don't even. But I already had told so congratulations. Am I lying?
Right, you sure did.
I told so good pick. Congratulations. I'm gonna be upset with my team for winning. Even though I picked them to lose.
This is 2 weeks in a row, Mo.
How?
This is 2 weeks in a row. You done had like distinguished picks in the SWAC.
Hey, I picked Valley the week before.
You did. You did. And I picked my school, my alma mater, against Alabama A&M. Me and Zoe picked your alma mater against Bethune at their homecoming. I had people coming back from Jacksonville pissed that they lost to this post school. I'm like, what? They're like, dog, their uniforms were so basic. I'm like, but y'all lost.
I mean, what you want from like a uniform? It's a uniform.
You know, Bethune is like the Oregon of HBCU.
I mean, I understand that. It's Oregon of HBCUs, but it don't mean a thing if you're not winning.
Hey, I said the same thing, but you picked.
You're right. And I picked them to lose again this week. Just go ahead and throw that out there.
We back. Week 7, HS Sports. As you can tell, that is Mo, that is Zoe, and it's Lil Zoe.
Yep.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The SWAC, we all did terrible. We did terrible in the SWAC. I just want to point that out.
Any given Saturday.
We did.
There's no way going into them. I would have thought that they would have turned out their way. Like Texas Southern beating Southern. I never would have called that.
Right.
I was like, I thought we had that pick in the bag.
Then Alabama decided they wanted to play.
I'm telling you. So a game off rip, Alcorn versus Graham. Oh, that was a good game, close game. Turnovers hurt Graham.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got Valley versus Bethune. The only person on this HS Sports is a graduate of Valley. Went against Valley. They picked the school that's in my backyard. I went against the school in the backyard. Thank God for Valley. Amen. And then Alabama State decided, you know what?
We gonna show up.
We gonna show up and play some football. And
it's homecoming.
University Arkansas Pine Bluff, not like to submission, but you're like, come on, y'all really Alabama State?
Right.
They not Golden Lions no more. They just Lions.
No, we gonna what Mo call them peanut butter.
Peanut.
Buddy.
Then Zoe, you went against the grain. Picked South Carolina State over FAMU.
Yeah.
The only team that really came through was Jackson State.
Oh, but did they come through?
Did they come through?
Hey, that is the definition of putting your rolled ankle in your mouth.
Right now, he's excited. He is shaking the lucky rabbit's foot. Everything that he had, Alabama A&M got drove.
But I said that. I said if Jackson State put the hammer on them receivers, Alabama A&M, because when they played Grambling, they was open. It's just the quarterback didn't have time to throw the football.
Did you see the scooter after
Yes,
the game?
I did. Yes, I did. I'm glad he did that. Because now we can actually get into more stuff like that in the SWAC. I just hope that somebody don't take it the wrong way or take it to another level where now they're throwing panties and stuff like that. But the scooter thing, I was with that.
The coach should. You don't talk trash to Prime the week of the game.
That is the definition of pulling your rolled ankle in your mouth. Boy.
At your homecoming, you got select like that.
Oh,
at your homecoming.
Ooh.
It's like the worst anybody has gotten beat in conference play this season.
At your homecoming.
At your homecoming.
And then I missed him highlighted SU, but I should have highlighted the other. Texas Southern.
It's because you're
Southern.
You still couldn't believe it.
No.
I watched clips today. They say it was a questionable call that changed the game around, but it shouldn't have been close.
When people say that, it bothers me because and I know you work hard and you want to make sure that your team isn't cheated or anything like that, but we just spoke on this earlier, like one call should not be the deciding factor. Because if you're doing what you need to do, then you're ahead, you're doing what you got to do. I'm sorry.
I know we're getting out of time, but I got you. But one call can actually really change. Like, if it wasn't for one call, the Jaguars would have went to the Super Bowl.
Well, in that case, if it wasn't for one non-call, the Saints would have went.
Twice. Let's not forget, twice.
If it wasn't for one call, the Cowboys go to the NFC Championship game.
That's true.
That is true. I remember that call.
That's what caught the ball.
Like
one call, but yeah.
I mean, it does make a difference, but at the same time, depending on like when it was in the game, like if it's a blown call, like at the very end, okay, you have no time to really rally back with that. But what was the score from Texas Southern? I don't remember it.
It was close. It was
35-31.
Yeah, it was close. It wasn't.
One call can make a difference.
It was a close one. So last week in the SWAC, Zoe 2-4, Mo 2-4, me 3-3, which brings the total. Zoe is 19-9, Mo is 6-6. You started with us late. I am 18-10 in the SWAC.
Hey, I got 500. Oh, my bad.
Hey, you had 500. You
got 500. That's right. If you would have picked your alma mater.
Hey. If it wasn't, we'd all be okay.
So, all right. That's the SWAC. Let's get into the NFL. Which I got to give us credit. We did actually good in the NFL.
Right.
So, starting off, Chargers versus the Browns. We all picked the Chargers. Rams versus the Seahawks. Zoe and Mo picked the Rams. I picked Sierra. Titans versus the Jaguars. We're going to win one. We're going to keep it moving. Ravens versus the Colts. Scary game.
Woo.
This was a scary game last night.
Woo.
The Colts was literally beating these boys on Monday Night Football.
Man.
I actually, when I did my predictions for the week, I said the score was going to be like 27-23 in favor of the Ravens. It was
We gotta start writing more shit down because we could be winning money in Vegas.
Right. We all can use the extra money.
Hell yeah. But yeah, Ravens came through. Amen. Broncos versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. All of a sudden, Ben Roethlisberger decided, let me play some football. Only person picked Pittsburgh. Me and Zoe picked the Broncos. The Saints versus the team. The T-Rex wasn't out there, Mo. Sorry to tell you that. Couldn't find it.
I was looking for it. I was about to ask you the T-Rex that wears the size.
Yeah, I couldn't find them. They eat dill pickles. I couldn't find them.
He must eat hot pickles.
I don't know. I couldn't find them. But yeah. Bengals versus the Packers. Another shaky game. A field goal. One play.
It is what it is.
A win is a win. Falcons versus the Jets. Me and Zoe picked the Falcons. Mo got the Jets. We all picked the Patriots. Panthers versus the Eagles. The only Lone Ranger to pick the Eagles. I needed that one to separate myself from Zoe. We all picked the Bucks and the Dolphins. Cowboys versus the Giants. Yeah. Las Vegas Raiders versus the Chicago Bears.
The Bears showed up.
But I wondered, and
if you finna go down that road, we're gonna talk about that once we're done picking.
We're gonna pause that road? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that at the end. Lions versus the Vikings. We all got the Vikings. Zoe, 12-3. Mo, 11-4. Me, 10-5. Brains in total.
You missing the game, bro.
What game?
Yeah, I'm 13-3.
What game am I missing?
I got 16 games.
Have the Bills Chiefs.
Oh, that is, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me put that in.
Yeah.
Because Zoe picked the Bills. Me and Mo picked the Chiefs.
Yeah, I need my dub.
In that game. How disappointing was I walked away from. I don't know what the Chiefs doing, but another Super Bowl in their future. They playing like that.
Yeah.
So that made me 23. Mo 12, and Zoe goes to 45. Ain't that bad a bitch?
Hey, I went 12-4 this week.
Hold on. What I hit? The W is 12. Okay. So currently for the season, Zoe is 45-21. Mo is 20-12. She started with us late, and I am 43-23. And this is all with from last week too. All this is added up.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That was last week. I mean, Zoe killed it in the NFL, but stunk it up in the SWAC.
I mean, I think the SWAC stunk this past week.
You can say that. I agree with you on that one. I agree with you on that one. But going back to what you was about to say, the floor is yours, Mo.
Okay, so with the Raiders losing to the Bears, I'm not going to say that the Bears are a great squad, but I want to know I wonder how much of that is truly the Bears or how much of that is the Raiders' current drama going on with the coach having to resign. Because, I'm an avid reader, so I've been pouring over the articles since Monday. And in my NFL group that I'm actually in, the Pick'em group, they screenshotted the article and placed it in there. Well, one of the articles. Have y'all read some of these emails? Some was saying?
Okay, so this is my opinion, and you can have the floor after this, Zoe. If they would have won, I don't think it would have been a bigger deal. The fact that the way they lost against let's say they was playing Tampa Bay and lost. I don't think it would have been a big deal. But the fact that they lost against the Bears the way they did, it became a big deal. And then the emails, and this is, and let me say this is the opinion of that boy Florida, not a Zoe Mo. When he said something about Gene Smith, it was like, all right, as soon as he said something about the gay community, all right, now it's time to be fired.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of iffy. I'm on the fence with that, but that's just my opinion. But
derogatory, homophobic slurs.
yeah,
It,
now all of a sudden.
but
But also what he said about women, the women referees. Okay, now you're doing too much because it. So the fact that we got Mo on here, who is a woman, she knows football. I think if you know football, it shouldn't be a problem to be in any sport or any topic or any genre, as long as you know the sport. Ain't like we was putting a woman out there who don't know what the hell she's doing. That woman actually knew football. She knew what a holding was, offsides or 5 yard, 10 yard. She probably even knew what a safety was. Most women don't even know what a safety is.
right, she's not a liability for her being on the field. This is just my opinion. She worked harder to prove that she belonged there and she wasn't hindering the flow of the game. If a man blows a call, we're pissed and we're like, oh no, he need to get off the field. But a woman blows a call and she should have never been there anyways. She should have been in.
Yeah, and that's just from that sexist mindset. But yeah, it's floor is yours though.
Don't forget he talked about because of the concussion. He said that he was.
Oh yeah, he said a lot of shit. He said a lot.
It was like better. You know what? The players not getting any concussions or whatnot. He was mad about that.
Yeah, he said a lot of shit.
Man, I haven't seen the articles or what he said or heard what he said, but it just still, if you work with any form of NFL or professional sports, you under the magnifying glass for anything you do, anything you say, anything you type, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. But 10 years later, they got to do better with that. But man, I don't think the emails affected the team. I mean, Chicago just came out with a great game plan. They executed well, but like the current players said, they didn't have an issue with it. It was a distraction because you're answering questions all the time about the emails, but you wasn't affected because it had nothing to do with you. But now it just, the distraction. It's just a distraction. That's all. Go to bed, buddy.
I don't think that it honestly affected how they played. I think that the Bears played a great game.
Yeah.
But as you said, I do think that it does serve as a distraction. And beyond that, going into this week, they have
Broncos.
They got the Broncos.
Yeah, so that's a division game, so you got to win that.
And you're on the interim coach.
But the interim coach, I can't think his name. The dude been around for years. And it's say it again?
Is he like the special teams coach or something like that?
Yeah. But I don't know. Well, I was listening to ESPN today, and everybody gave the dude high praises. So ain't nobody saying like, "Oh, I don't know, it was shaky." Everybody gave him high praise. So we'll see.
Probably should have been a better game for him to test his teeth out of him.
I mean, what a game to test it on. Teddy Bridgewater still out. It is a division game, so you win that, you're back in the race with the Chargers. Because the Chiefs, you ain't got to worry about them the way they playing
right now. Because what are they doing?
I think they this is one of them roles where they're gonna find out a lot about Patrick Mahomes and paying him how much he got paid, like $400 million for 10 years or something like that.
Too much for this season.
Huh?
Too much for this season.
I mean, yeah. So
I mean, you spend all your money on your quarterback. You don't have no help. You can't go out unless he decided to get some money back. Can't go out and get some more help. So you got a budget.
With that being said, let's get into these SWAC picks. Going into week 7. Coming down to the home stretch where it's nothing but SWAC versus SWAC. No more outside games.
Well, you got one more later on with
Ooh.
PV going to play their daddy in Texas A&M.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
we're going to pick for them.
That's a Christmas gift for PV.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So first game up, we got FAMU versus A&M. Alabama A&M. FAMU on a 2-game winning streak. Alabama on a 2-game losing streak. So who you rocking with?
They going to strike, and strike again. I'm going with FAMU.
I'm going with FAMU too. Who you rocking with, Mo?
I'm with the Rattlers.
FAMU across the board. All right. Prairie View versus Bethune. How you gonna do it this time, Mo?
I'm going with Prairie View, okay?
That's what I like to hear. I'm Prairie View too. Zoe?
I'm going with Prairie View at Grambling. All them Grambling coaches, that's Prairie View at Grambling. Or Grambling at Prairie View, however you want to say.
That is another story for another topic for another day.
Yes, sir.
All right, we got Alcorn versus Valley. Mo, you pick last. I'm gonna pick first. I'm gonna go with Alcorn. Zoe, who you rocking with?
Even though they've been winning, I'm going with Alcorn.
All right, Mo.
Yeah, buddy.
Who are you picking versus
lay down.
Alcorn and Mississippi Valley? Let's not forget, you did pick your alma mater. They beat North Carolina Central. You went against them. They beat Bethune. Mo,
Alcorn.
Mo is picking Alcorn again.
Well, I gotta clarify this now. I want Valley to win. However, I have to be realistic here because I'm getting my ass handed to me in these picks. So yeah.
But you started late with it, so technically you good. But I see the weekly results. I get you. All right, Alabama State versus Jackson State.
It's Jackson State's homecoming. I'm going Jackson.
So we're going with prime time.
Yeah.
And Southern versus Peanut Butter.
This open is for Jackson.
Yeah,
I'm going with Coach Prime with the motorcycle scooter. I
Coach
want one
Prime
myself.
Affleck.
Affleck.
Yeah.
Shout out to Affleck.
Man, that scooter got speakers on it. He be rocking in the pregame, man. I need that scooter.
I want the 3-wheeler.
Yeah, it's a 3-wheeler. Yeah.
No, he got more than one. He got a 3-wheeler and he got a scooter.
I want the 3-wheeler. I want the one that look like a motorcycle.
All right, Southern versus Peanut Butter. I don't even know. I'm gonna pick Southern because Peanut Butter just been pissing me off.
We don't know which peanut butter gonna show up. Is it the cream or is it the crunchy? Is the organic? Which peanut butter gonna show up? So I'm going with that blue and gold.
See, I'm being different,
Going with peanut butter.
I am only because
I gotta hear this. Hold on, I gotta hear this. I got to hear this. Talk to me, Mo.
I don't know which Southern is going to show up. Like honestly, let's look at Southern, how they've been playing this season.
Okay.
Yeah, one play did affect them losing that game on Saturday. But at the same time, like they've been playing it close with teams this whole season.
You really think after a loss to Texas Southern, they finna come back and lose again? Now, let me put all this scenario in your head. You got PV, you got Alcorn, you got Graham. Graham Graham got 2 losses in the West.
Mm-hmm.
UAPB, I think UAPB got more than 2 losses in the West.
Pine Bluff just lost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost to PV,
They lost to PV. They lost to Alcorn.
So that's who did and they just lost to no,
Who
that's in the, well, they lost to Alabama State, but that's in the East.
Yeah.
But that's still conference though.
I know. I'm when it comes, I break it down by division because only one team from each side can go. So that's how I'm looking.
Right, and I never figure out which one from the other division counts as the divisional game.
So, but Southern right now, you can't you can't rely on the Bayou Classic.
Can't.
It's not gonna come out of Bayou Classic.
Nah. So I'm looking at it. They gonna bounce back with this game because Pine Bluff, I think they're done. They just going for more support for the rest of the season.
Has Southern already play Alcorn?
Not
No.
yet.
Mm-mm.
Okay, when you put it that way, I think Southern might win it.
Now you can stay with peanut butter because I will next week. You know what I'm gonna do.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Southern because you're not gonna run no film back on me.
I would run it on me, but all my picks, I'm strong in them. I'm telling you right now, I am not picking the Suns. But if they win, oh boy. But anyways, I digress.
You ain't running back. None. You ain't picked the Saints this past week.
Go to bed.
Nah. But if I'll run it back for me. I'm gonna run it back at the end of the year and have a whole loop. All right, it's homecoming on exit 81. Texas Southern coming off the win versus Southern. Grambling coming off a close loss to Alcorn. I'm picking Grambling to bounce back because you do got a tough game next week, which I will be to that game for sure against FAMU. I'm picking Graham. Zoe, Mo.
I'm going last. I'm gonna pick last.
Mo, who you rocking with?
I'm going with Grambling State University.
Mo rocking with Graham.
It's the whole,
All right, Zoe, it's homecoming.
Grandfather, look at me. Look at my ice. Look at my ice. Run pass option. That is our best option to beat Texas Southern. Do not take them lightly. We don't want to be another Southern. We don't want to lose. And we don't want to lose in the hole. On homecoming. We don't want to do it.
The JUCO.
Huh?
That's what I call it, North American school.
Yes,
right.
That's really pissed me off. Like how, like Southern, you saw who they played.
They motivated off of that win. They think
for the end they losing streak, and you let them come in and beat you like Southern. Come on now, guys. Like what the?
I'm gonna put it like this: if Grand Fam lose, it's gonna be some pink slips. It's gonna be some locked doors. Come see me in my office.
It's gonna be hot.
Oh, they give you that nice red lock special at the stadium support building. At least that's what.
Leave that note, that post-it note on your door. Come see me.
Come see me. It's gonna be hot on that hole for high five.
But I'm rocking with Grand Fam. But I'm telling y'all, we got to run past option. It's gonna be our best thing. If we finish the game run past option with Clark, I don't know what happened with him in the last game against Alcorn. The last few minutes, hey, we walking out of Alcorn.
Dog, they switched Clark. They put Noah back in.
Somebody said that Clark got hurt. I didn't see that part, but
I didn't see that part either.
Yeah, so that's why I questioned. But when Clark was in, he did that run pass option. We was good. We was moving the ball. We came back. That showed our true offense. You can't put two. Huh?
Who is Gremlin playing next week?
FAMU.
Texas, they got a break in the FAMU, right?
Oh, okay. Because I was like, Valley got.
So, yeah. No, excuse me. Yeah, all I know with this, I've been looking at this all year. So I don't know the week, but I know they play homecoming, and after that is FAMU.
Yeah.
They must got their first open of the season.
Yeah, we got a break. We got a week off.
Okay, because FAMU goes to Valley next week.
Okay, so
because it's Alcorn, FAMU, Jackson State. All at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn
But,
shit.
All right.
man,
Recap of the SWAC games. FAMU versus Alabama A&M. We all picked FAMU. Prairie View versus Bethune. We all picked Prairie View. Alcorn versus Mo Alma Mater. We all picked Alcorn. Jackson State versus Alabama State. We picked Coach Primetime. Southern versus Peanut Butter. We all picked Southern. And for Grambling Homecoming, we picked Grambling. On to the NFL.
Let us pray.
Thursday night game. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Philadelphia. Thursday night. I'm rocking with the Bucs.
I picked the Buccaneers. The Eagles have been surprising me, but I picked the Buccaneers.
yeah, the Bucs. Bucs in a close one.
All right. Green Bay at Chicago.
At green and gold, Green Bay.
Pick Packers.
Packers the hard way. Cincinnati Bengals versus the Detroit Lions.
I picked the Bengals.
Yeah.
We all picked the Bengals, 3 the hard way. The Houston Texans versus the Colts. I wish both of them could lose, but I'm gonna pick Houston because I think Colts coming off a default right now after that loss against the Ravens. So I'm gonna pick the Texans.
I picked the Colts for kind of the same reason, but they coming off a heartbreaking loss. I think that now they go into this game with a chip on their shoulder and they get the dub because they were just so close.
Man, that was up 21. I leave it alone.
Yeah.
I got the Colts because I got Michael Pittman in my fantasy league, and Odell Beckham only gave me 3 points, so I'm switching them out right now. Going with the Colts.
All right, battle for the state of Florida. Miami versus my Jaguars in London. Y'all know who I'm picking. Who y'all rocking with?
This game
It's in London. Miami versus Jaguars. It's a 1-4 versus a 0-5.
We'll call y'all 1-5. I'm going with the Jaguars.
That's what I like to hear. So just say it, Mo.
I picked the Dolphins.
You damn right you did.
It was a tough choice.
You ain't got to explain that to me. You ain't got to explain that to me, Mo. You don't have to explain to me. Your picks is your picks. You gotta live with it. Your picks
from that one. I did.
Okay. I get it. Let me
get the Jaguars now. Gotcha.
I got you. All right. We got the LA Rams versus the Giants.
Rams.
What Mo say is a ram in the bush?
In the bush. We all got the Rams. We got Minnesota versus the Panthers.
I picked the Vikings.
I got the Panthers with a bounce back.
So we got the Panthers. I'm rocking with the Vikings as well. I think the Vikings are going to have a good season. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. We got Kansas City versus the team. I got the Chiefs. They cannot lose to Washington. It cannot happen. It cannot happen.
If they lose to the football team, it's gonna be some sick fans. I got some sick family members. I got some people in Kansas City.
If they lose to the team, they need to hang up their cleats for this season.
And it's in Washington. I just want to point that out.
I'm still going with the Chiefs.
Mo?
Chiefs.
3 the hard way. We're going with the Chiefs. All right. The Los Angeles Chargers versus the Baltimore Ravens. And I am going to pick the Chargers because I think if they get a lead on the Ravens, they know how to keep it.
The Chargers do have the defense to stop them, but I think something just telling me that just what's his name, Jackson's gonna have a good day. So I got the Ravens.
So we're going with the Ravens. Who you rocking with, Mo?
I'm going with the Ravens. I think that Lamar, he had a rough start out. He was shaky early on yesterday, but he bounced back and he came through for his team. So I got to go with them. They have disappointed me.
All right, I'm on that island by myself. The Arizona Cardinals versus the Cleveland Browns. I think I know who are we picking.
I got Arizona. I got Arizona in a close one.
Yeah, it's real close. I battled on that one, but I went with the Cardinals.
All right, everybody rocking with the Cardinals. The Las Vegas Raiders versus the Denver Broncos with all the turmoil and trouble going on. Interim coach. Let me start it off just to shake things off. I'm going to pick the Raiders because I just don't trust the Broncos without Teddy.
The Raiders, because I think they have a point to prove.
Raiders have got a point to prove. So?
I got the Broncos. I don't think the chemistry is going to be there this week.
So on the island by himself with the Broncos. Okay. No, I'm going to say that one for last. We got Sierra versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, Sunday night game in Pittsburgh. Russell Wilson is still out. Geno Smith is the starting quarterback for the Seahawks.
I had to go with the Steelers.
Going with that black and gold.
I am too, because Sierra is not playing.
That's why I said when he said Sierra, I was like, technically Sierra's not playing.
Sierra is out for 8 weeks.
Yes. Monday Night Football. We got Buffalo at Tennessee. I'm picking Buffalo because I need Tennessee to lose.
I picked the Bills just off of GP.
I got the Bills exposing Tennessee defense. Sorry, Ms. V.
We all Bills tight. Let me say this before I get to our last pick. The Falcons, the Jets, and the 49ers, and also the other team from New Orleans have a bye week. So you don't have to worry. I ain't picking against them, and I ain't making up something to find to look for them to lose.
Can we pick the bye week for them against the other team in Louisiana?
If you want to. I'm still not picking the Saints. So let's go to the game. Last game on the list. We got the boys versus the Patriots in New England.
How about them Cowboys?
4-1, baby. 4-1.
So, Mo, who you picking? Because I'm really on the fence with this one.
I'm going with
the fence.
How y'all do my Jaguars? I get to do this to y'all Cowboys. But go ahead. The floor is y'all.
Boy, even though we playing Bill Belichick ain't got his QB. So I'm going with them boys.
And I'm going to rock out with my boys.
Don't make us do it. Hey, don't make us do it.
The Dallas Cowboys at New England.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be kind of brisk up there.
Some fresh air.
A little fresh air. Did you see what they did? They were blinding the hell out the other quarterback.
Oh, what?
During the game. This past week.
I'm gonna go through the hard way. I'm gonna pick the Cowboys. So I'm gonna pick the Cowboys because
we got you, Florida.
I'm just gonna pick them. And this is not a pick where I'm like, oh man, yeah, this is a pick where I'm gonna listen to Zoe Mo.
Thank you. We rhyme, so you know.
We got you.
We
taking.
Don't worry. If this work, I tell you what. If this pick work out, that's gonna be the video I'm gonna replay first thing first next week.
Thank you.
Okay, so recap. In the NFL, we got this Thursday night, we got the Bucks versus the Eagles. We all picked the Bucks. We got the Packers versus the Bears. We all picked the Packers. We got Bengals versus the Lions. We all picked the Bengals. Colts versus the Texans. Zoe and Mo got the Colts. I picked the Texans. We got the Jaguars versus the Dolphins. Mo picked the 305. Me and Zoe got the 904. The Los Angeles Rams versus New York Giants. We all picked the Rams. We got We got the Kansas City Chiefs versus the team. We all picked the Chiefs. We got the the Vikings versus Vikings versus the Panthers. Zoe went with the Panthers. Me and Mo got the Vikings. We got the Ravens versus the Chargers. I'm taking the Chargers over the Ravens. Zoe and Mo got the Ravens. We got Arizona versus Cleveland. We all pick Arizona. Raiders versus the Broncos. Zoe rocking with the Broncos. Me and Mo rocking with the Raiders. We also got Seattle versus Pittsburgh. Sierra's not playing, so I'm picking Pittsburgh, and everybody else is picking Pittsburgh. Bills versus the Titans. We all picked the Bills. And Cowboys versus the New England Patriots. I'm rocking with the Cowboys off the strength of Zoe and Mo. The Atlanta Falcons, New York Jets, the San Francisco 49ers, and that team from New Orleans all have a bye this week. All right. We didn't pick one last week because it was just a lot going on. Give me a wild card game in we did pick a wild card game in college football. Did we?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
We all had different ones because mine, they got their asses whooped. Damn Stanford.
Oh, let's talk about this before we pick a wild card game and get a chance to look at it. Texas A&M upsetting Alabama.
It happened.
Mo, you seem distraught.
I'm actually not.
You put your hands behind your back, Mo.
You don't want to know.
You had your hands in front of you when we was doing picks.
Like, Zoe's in one of the groups that we're in, and it's a Razorbacks fan in there. And he disappeared after they lost Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He disappeared. And then when Bama lost with 2 seconds left on the clock, this young man came flying back in there like his ass was on fire. Talking trash. And I'm like, then you have the audacity, the nerve to say that we lost to a team that y'all already blew out. Please correct me. When did 20-10 become a blowout?
So let me ask y'all this question. Because I know I said a couple of weeks ago that the SEC is going to have maybe 3. I don't even think they'll get 2 in the college playoffs.
Are they expanding the playoffs?
Nah, it's going to be 4.
I thought they were suspended.
This year?
I thought it was.
How many this year?
At least 6 or 8 or something like that.
Let me look that up. Hold on, give me a second. College. I did not know that.
I thought it was an expanding it, but we could be wrong. But
yeah. But why are you looking it up? I want to see Kentucky and Georgia this weekend. I'm ready for that game.
Now that's gonna be a good one.
That's gonna be a good game. Both of them 6-0 too. Yeah.
Well, somebody got to lose.
Somebody got to lose.
Somebody got to come up out of there with a 1.
No, it's 4. The title game will be played in the Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. The 2 games will be. I'm trying to see what bowls. You won't tell me what bowls. Hold on. Yeah, it's only 4. It's only 4 teams.
We might just have one SEC team.
Oh, it's the Cotton Bowl and the Orange Bowl will be the 2 host bowls for the college football playoff. So that's going back to the question. The I think these last 2 weeks rocked the SEC. With Florida losing to Kentucky, that kind of kicked them out. And then Alabama and them losing to Texas A&M. And don't forget that thumping Georgia gave Arkansas.
Wait, you said Alabama A&M.
Oh, I did. Well, same schools. They both wear burgundy.
He kind of merged it. I got what he was saying because it was Alabama and Texas A&M.
Texas, yeah, I got you.
They all wear burgundy. I'm confused.
I don't think. Well, actually, Alabama wears crimson, but whatever.
It's burgundy.
I don't think that Bama will lose another game.
I think they will.
I don't think they will. I think they needed to be humbled, and that happened. So,
I think they will lose one. Now, here's the thing, though: they might lose it in the SEC championship game.
To whom?
Who do you think?
I hope the fuck. I mean, freak not Georgia.
We gotta wash your mouth out, Mo. When it comes to football, you be quick to slick cuss. You be quick. You real good when we just have a regular conversation. Bring up football, all the MS and B words and S words just flow.
No, bring up Bama. Bring up Bama.
This is
So how you
like if we did a live of me watching the game? Oh, we would have to just get a censoring bar and just.
We got to do that. I just want to point it out. We got to do that one time this season. I don't know what game, but we got to figure out. We got to do that. We all got to be on there watching the same game and literally do that. But Zoe, how you feel about it?
About what?
The SEC and with everything going on.
It may be one team, but Bama has luck of the draw. If they don't lose no more, they might get that last 4th place.
So let me see who playing.
I'm gonna say if they beat the brakes off a few other people, you got to look at who's left on our schedule.
Only team I really see is probably and this ain't even a good game no more. LSU.
Nah.
And let me tell that back. You never know with Auburn in the Iron Bowl. It could go either way.
Yeah, the Auburn and the Iron Bowl, the Iron Bowl or whatever, that's kind of like Southern and the Bayou Classic for Graham. Like, it don't matter. They can get blew out by everybody else the whole year, but when you get to that game, you got to play it because
everybody bringing that game. Yep.
You got to play them hard, and that's what I told the Arkansas fan. Dude, everybody play y'all like y'all weak. When was the last time anybody before this season anybody was like Arkansas looking pretty good? Like,
they did until they played Georgia, and them boys looked like they was Arkansas State,
North America University.
Yeah.
The Red Wolves.
Like Georgia made Arkansas look like
the Pee Wee squad.
No, they made them look like Henderson University in Arkansas.
And they had the dumbest call. Like you don't score the touchdown. All you need is one to send the game to overtime, but they want to go for 2. Why? Go to overtime.
I would like to say it is related to football and the Bama game. I need people to stop putting so much into these contests, like these games. At the end of the day, it's a game. And every time Bama gets upset, somebody gets killed.
I mean, well, Mo, let me say this. Yeah, you Bama fan. You been to Tuscaloosa. What else does the state of Alabama really have? When the last time someone said, you know what, boy, we gotta go to Alabama for what? Because they got.
Oh, I like to go to Huntsville. They got like the NASA space thingy.
Zoe, when the last time you like, you know what? I'm taking the family to Alabama for what?
I got family out there. That's the only reason why.
Only reason why he got family out there. It's not one time you're like, you know what? No, I got the flow in this. It's not one time Zoe's like, you know what? I'm finna save up 4 weeks of paycheck to take a trip to Alabama for a family vacation.
You're right, because I mean, even if you go to Tuskegee for homecoming, it's Tuskegee. Like, it's honestly, if you've never been to a Tuskegee homecoming, I say put it on your bucket list for at least once.
I got you. Even the damn, what's the name of that school in Mobile?
Yes, sir.
South
Is it
Alabama?
Even South Alabama, they get good crowds at their football game.
South Alabama or West Alabama?
South, because they that's where the Reese's Bowl, the Senior Bowl. I call it the Reese's Bowl now.
Yeah.
It's a peanut butter bowl.
You could call it that. So
Hey, it just hit me. Let's go back to Jackson and Alabama A&M.
talk about it.
The Jackson game. On Jackson's side, tell me why they said they only had one concession stand open for all the fans that traveled. And then the boys were getting dressed outside under the bleachers.
Yeah, Dion was talking about that. He said they was trying to rush him out. They was trying to rush him out the locker room or something like that. I'm like, what the hell going on at Alabama A&M?
No, but before the game, they were getting dressed in like under the concession stand.
First. And there's really no excuse for the visitors to not have access to the locker room when they arrive, because we have game day operation meetings and everyone is in there from the AD down to any support staff that's working it. And part of that is the timing sheet. Like, you have an entire countdown for what needs to occur from that morning until the game concludes. So why is it that their locker room wasn't available to them when you knew when they were going to arrive at the stadium?
Yeah, it's something behind that. But I mean,
because we usually be in the soccer locker room, which is on the far end of the visitor side or the north end of it, but it's still small as hell too.
But to me, I think that's and I'm just an advocate of this because I do this on the routine. If my locker room ain't got no showers, I don't want to be in there. Like I to me, man, listen, these are black boys, and I ain't trying to say we stink worse than white men, but hey, man, you just played a football game. Y'all stink. Y'all better get y'all behind in that shower. So if my locker room ain't got no showers, I'm gonna be pissed.
Like, who wants to ride from Huntsville
to Jack
smelling that?
Come on, huh?
With sweaty balls.
Like, that's disrespectful to everybody. That's disrespectful.
Literally.
That's disrespectful to the other staff that's got to get on the bus with your little sweaty balls. I don't want to smell that.
Ain't that much body action in the world can kill that funk.
And that's gonna make it worse. But I mean, Alabama A&M, this was the first place I went to. Now, Zoe can tell you, you know this from working with basketball. We're always preached to that our music had to be clean. Even with baseball, if the players had their own lineup music, at Valley, I had to listen to their music on their playlist that they were going to play it from to ensure that it was clean. And went to Alabama A&M. That was the first place I had went to where the music was not censored.
All I know is
listen. Oh no, their music was. It was like rap.
Alabama A&M was the first school I went to. Well, you know what? So you know this when after the game they give you drinks in the locker room in the cooler. Alabama was the only school that gave us sodas, Coke, Diet Coke, and Sprite. Southern gave us Powerade.
Yeah.
Prairie View gave us like Designing water, which I didn't know much about Designing water like I do now, but they at least gave us juice. Alabama A&M, Alabama State gave us Gatorade. UAPB gave us Gatorade. Alabama A&M gave us Coke, Sprite, and Diet Cokes.
They want you to cramp up. They wanted us to cramp up. And then the locker rooms are right by each other. So you got girls trying to walk out to take a shower, and you got the boys team running out on the floor. They look at that A&T.
They're
on the way out.
Like that's something that that's something in the SWAC I wish get better. Like it's certain school like Alabama State got a good I can't speak for football, I'm only speaking from basketball. Alabama State good. UAPB sucked too because the girls had to walk the girls had to go from the locker room and walk during the aisles, and where they walking across from, that's where the whole damn concession stand at. So these girls, they telling them to put on shorts and shirts just to go take a shower, just to walk back through. It was trash too. They need to work on that. Texas Southern was good. Southern probably to me is the best one because I can't think of old boy name. You might know who I'm talking about, Zoe.
You talking about David?
The black dark skinned guy.
The AD?
No, not the AD. I think he's like the sports manager or sports equipment manager, whatever. But like literally the coolest, he would have the coolest full with Gatorade or Powerade, the towels, all that. Every time we went, like you would think like when we go play Southern, it'd be worse. It probably was the best.
Well, I think most of the Southern staff for the girls are PV now.
I'm talking about when I went. Now that once again, that's another conversation for another day.
you may be talking about AD.
The hospitality without the rivalry aside, the hospitality at Southern is always pretty good. Now their fans are going to be fans. They'll talk about you. They'll talk about their own team. They don't care. They're going to talk about everybody. But their hospitality as far as to the visiting team and the staff is pretty good. It was impressive. I've been there for soccer. I've been there for basketball, football, baseball, all sports, and it's always their hospitality is pretty great. You don't really want for anything. If it's something that you need so that you can complete your job, you only have to ask for it, and they supply it. So Southern, I have no complaints about them.
So let me give this quick shout out to Coach Herman Edwards, who got Arizona State ranked 18 in the country. I really haven't been paying attention to that, but I'm just happy that dude doing great where he at. And the Cincinnati Bearcats are number 3.
Hey, Arizona State got one of my former players from Lakeview. He redshirting this year, but he's solid, man. He's gonna be a solid center for them. So shout out to Arizona State.
Any final thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, Zoe, Mo, before we wrap this up?
I got one. Let me get to it. Hold on. Go ahead, Mo.
Take notice of the way home makes me feel.
I mean, I would like to just say roll tide. How about those Cowboys? Those are my final thoughts. Tide gonna come out and get the win.
I can't believe it.
If you rock that silver and blue, stand to your feet. You already know what to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is HS Sports. That is, we got Zoe, we got Mo, the Cowboys, whatever. Y'all have a good night.
When I was a chick, got a slap for real. You was a kid, you was a bitch, going to clap for real.
Hairline, Starlight.
No, look, when I was a G, hit them licks, riding splat for real. You was a kid, you was a